Republican members of the House Intelligence Committee held a press briefing Friday about the FBI raid of former President Trump's home at Mar-A-Lago. Congressman Trent Kelly first praised rank-and-file members of the FBI and DOJ before blasting the leadership of those organizations. The Mississippi Republican said, quote, "The leadership of the FBI and the Department of Justice have been politicized in the eyes of most Americans." A federal judge unsealed the search warrant for the FBI's raid on former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate and related documents on Friday. The warrant showed federal agents seized 20 additional boxes of government materials during the raid, including classified and, quote, top secret documents.
That I'd like to turn over to my colleague, Trent Kelly.
Thank you, and I'm Trent Kelly. I represent Mississippi's 1st District. I'm a member of the Intelligence and Armed Services Committee and Agriculture Committee. And I just want to say that the scales of justice should be balanced, and the eyes of justice should be blind as to who you are politically. I want to be very clear. The rank-and-file members of the FBI and our Department of Justice, they are brave men and women who do their job every single day. I think they're doing an incredible job. However, the 7th floor, the leadership of the FBI and the Department of Justice have been politicized in the eyes of most Americans. And I want to say that perception is reality. And so it doesn't matter if you're doing right if people perceive that you're doing wrong. And the only way to change that perception is through transparency and allowing people to know that what you are doing is right in the eyes of justice and that the scales of justice are balanced. As with the baseball shooting over 5 years ago, I was there. The perpetrator is dead. However, to this day, the FBI continues to use cover-up and hiding and will not disclose the files even though the perpetrator is dead. We have yet many requests. As a victim and as a member of the Intelligence Committee who oversees that, we have the right to see that investigation, but we have been denied that request after request after request. And I don't need to know what happened that day. I was there. I want to know who came to the decisions, who signed off on all these things. But there is no transparency at the 7th floor of the FBI. There is no transparency at the high levels of the Department of Justice. The 7th floor has refused to be transparent with the victims and the public, even after 5 years. I want to know what the underlying facts of this warrant are. The public trust will continue to be eroded for federal law enforcement until they are transparent at the highest levels of the FBI. I think as a whole, the American public trusts our everyday rank-and-file FBI members and our everyday Department of Justice. I'm a former prosecutor, a former district attorney. I work with federal law enforcement officials day in and day out. I trusted the men and women that I work with on a daily basis. I do not trust the level of leadership that have politicized these great organizations of American justice. I call for a full and complete transparency in this matter from the 7th floor and the highest levels of the Department of Justice. The American public demands transparency and accountability. No one is above the law. I heard that yesterday. No one is above the law, and that includes the Attorney General and the 7th floor of the FBI.